Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. I haven't been posting the last few months because this whole pandemic has been really hard on me mentally, and I just felt that I wasn't in the right frame of mind to be making videos and to be recommending anything at all. But one thing that I have been doing a lot, maybe as a coping mechanism, was to really buy a lot of gear. It's terrible really, but working from home has allowed me to kind of save some money. I'm really thankful that I still have a job. Not going out, not socializing has allowed me to spend to save a little bit more money to invest back into gear. Recent big purchase that I made was to buy the Sony ZV-1. I was a bit apprehensive about buying it at first. I think a lot of people have their gripes on it. Personally, I felt that was a really good size, and maybe, you know, when I get comfortable talking to myself in public as a vlogging camera, the ZV-1 is great. So I have actually also bought a few accessories for the ZV-1, and here are my recommendations. The first accessory that I really like for the ZV-1 is this Smallrig cage. So this Smallrig cage kind of attaches onto the lens externally like this, and you can see that, you know, it just doesn't mount to anything else except for the lens over here. What I really love about this, it adds a bit of heft. I know that adding on weight to such a small camera is a bit counterintuitive, but you know, this bit of weight actually helps you stabilize your footage. Another thing I really like is that, you know, the ZV-1 only has one anchor on the side, which allows you to connect a strap to it, but after adding on the Smallrig cage, you can actually put on these big design anchors, so you can like loop a strap through, and you know, makes it easier for you to carry things around. Another thing which I found was super useful for the ZV-1 is that originally the tripod mount, the 1/4 thread, is really near this battery compartment. So whenever you open the battery compartment, you actually kind of have to take out whatever you've mounted on it, whether it's like a tripod or the plates, the Arissa Swiss plates that go on. So this cage actually kind of frees up the space so that you can still access your battery compartment after, you know, if you need to swap out your batteries. So the next thing I recommend is this filter thread. You might not be able to see it clearly over here. Like this little extension over here is actually stuck onto the lens of the ZV-1. This allows you to screw on any ND filter or wide angle adapter. This one is from JCC. I will leave the link in the description below. So although the ZV-1 comes with an internal ND filter, it doesn't give you the final controls over the look of your footage when compared to a physical ND filter. So, you know, you can just buy one of this 52mm ND filters to screw it onto your ZV-1 to get cinematic footage. But the main reason why I got this was because of my next recommendation. So the next one is actually the Zoom high quality wide angle lens. This is a 0.45 times. A lot of complaints about the ZV-1 is that the 24-70mm lens doesn't actually give you a wide enough field of view especially when you're vlogging. So 24mm to 70 lens would translate to about, you know, 35mm at its widest, which is really not ideal. I think, you know, you want to go for a 16 or even 20mm field of view when you're vlogging, so you can see what's going on in the background. So this wide angle lens adapter actually allows you to do that. So it's a really, you know, small profile if you think about it. It's not very big, and you just have it screwed on to the filter thread, and here you go. It's a little bit of an overkill for such a small camera, but if the ZV-1 is your only camera and you're just trying to find ways to work around some problems or issues, this is the way to go. However, it's not perfect. Around the edges you will see a little bit of blurring. That's not, I mean, it's not going to be a perfectly sharp image, but if you are just vlogging and you're in the center of the frame, I think that is a good enough workaround for widening your field of view. The next accessory that I'm going to recommend is the VBT2BT wireless shooting grip. I'm just going to call it the Sony wireless shooting grip. So this one is the one that comes with the vlogger's kit, and I have to say it's really easy to use. I like that, you know, you can just prop it out and then put it on the table. It's a very nice table tripod. At the same time, because it's Bluetooth enabled, you don't have to fumble around with wires and so on. If you're using the ZV-1 on a different tripod that's placed far away from you, because this is Bluetooth enabled, you can still use this to control the camera. Like, you can use this to control the zoom, you can start and stop recording without having to run back and forth to your camera. And yeah, there's also a custom button over here, the C1 button. I have it on background blur, so once I press it, the background will instantly blur. I swear the last one is not a cop-out because I ran out of things to recommend, but you do need extra batteries. The ZV-1 is a relatively new camera, but they have decided to go with the older NP-BX1 batteries, which you can find on the Sony RX100 series. The battery life isn't great. I went out with a fully charged ZV-1 battery, and you know, it lasted me an hour max. So you know, you don't want to go around being afraid to shoot something because you're afraid you're running out of batteries. So definitely pick up some extra batteries. I actually have this battery charger from Kingma. It charges 3 batteries at once. Can you see this? Yeah, it charges 3 batteries at once, and it has either a micro USB or a USB-C input, so you know, whatever wires you prefer using, you can use it to charge your batteries. So you know, on a full charge, it will give you a solid 3 hours of battery life. So that's it for my recommendations of the best ZV-1 accessories. If you have any suggestions on what else I should get to improve upon the ZV-1, please leave me a comment below. Or you know, I love to hear your experiences with the ZV-1 so far, and what are your favorite accessories. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon.